What's up, guys? My name is Shauna Muldrew, and I am a licensed health coach and nutrition counselor, and also the owner of Infinity Nutrition and Health Coaching. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about calorie control and why this is so important, especially if you're trying to lose weight. So if you're somebody who maybe has been eating pretty healthy but are frustrated by the lack of progress that you've experienced, if you are somebody who is looking to shed some weight, shed some of those pounds off, or if you're somebody who just wants to get a little bit more educated on how calories work, on the number side of things, and just about balanced eating in general, then be sure to watch this video to the end. So what I'm going to be taking you through is one of my personal meal plans that I'm going to be rolling out for the next 3 weeks or so. So this is a real live meal plan that I will be following. I know there's a little bit of a glare there, but I'm going to be breaking down everything that I will be consuming. And this is actually to prepare myself for a photo shoot coming up. So I eat in a way that is sustainable. I stay lean year round, but for those times where I want to tighten up a little bit, maybe create just a little bit of a calorie deficit, I'm pretty diligent with tracking and planning what I'll be consuming so I can hit my target in a pretty reasonable amount of time as well. So the goal here today is you'll get educated, you'll get motivated, and the takeaway to be provided with a few tools that you can implement, including essentially getting a free meal plan with the information I'm going to be giving you so that you can start seeing the progress you really want to be seeing. Okay, so I'm going to break down each meal and snack. We're going to cover the number side of things, and we'll go from there. So I've given myself 2 options for each meals for the next several weeks, just so there's a little bit of variety. It's important to not eat the exact same thing every single day. There's something called food rotation, and that basically means that you want to have a good rotation and a good variety of different foods so you're getting a full nutritional profile. Even if you eat healthy stuff, if it's all the exact same thing, you may end up becoming deficient in a particular vitamin or mineral or an area that could cause symptoms later in the road. So having a few options is always nice. My very first choice, and I have been so pro this particular food item for so many years, is smoothies. Smoothies are the easiest way to get all of your nutrition in one shot. Now, in terms of fruits and vegetables, the vast majority of people do not hit those numbers every day. And it's so important so that you're nourishing your body properly. You can obtain the amount of energy and clarity and concentration and improve digestion, improve sleep, all of the things that all this nutrition contributes to. It's important to hit those numbers. Now, 7 to 10 servings of fruit and vegetables every single day is what we should be getting. And smoothies, I'm getting at least half of that, but probably closer to 6 or 7 servings in one shot. So I'm going to have a smoothie every single day. There's spinach, there's fruit, there's an omega-3 like flaxseed or chia seed. There's protein powder, collagen powder even. So lots you can do with your smoothies. And then I'm having that with only 1 egg. Now I choose to do egg whites over 2 eggs because if I remove 1 egg and I replace it with egg whites, I'm actually increasing the volume of food, but decreasing the amount of calories because I'm taking away that fatty part of the egg from the yolk. So that's a little trick you can do to add more food for less calories. 1 slice of whole wheat toast, not 2. And I usually like peanut butter with my breakfast, like a lot of you guys, but I'm switching to a low sugar jam because that's going to save me about 80 calories a day from switching to the jam instead of having peanut butter every day. So that's a really awesome breakfast. The eggs and toast are only 250 calories for all that. The smoothie's around 200 calories. So it's a pretty heavy breakfast, and I'm probably going to split this up. So I'm going to have the smoothie at one point in the morning, and then I'm gonna have the eggs and toast at another point in the morning. I personally eat every few hours because I would lift weights, my metabolism, I've been able to get it to a higher level all the time, so I function best by eating every few hours, but everyone is different, so you'll have to see what works best for you. The other option is steel cut oats. These are such a great complex carb option. They leave you feeling so satiated, and that's probably because they're full of fiber and other great nutrients. Now, if someone was to tell me, eat, this plain old oatmeal with nothing else to it, I'd say no thank you, because that's gross. So I'm not one for plain old goopy oatmeal without anything to it, which is why I consume it with protein powder, almond or cashew milk, and then mixed berries usually. Sometimes I'll do powdered peanut butter and a chocolate protein powder to mix it up. But the bottom line is that I'm making it taste really, really good so that it's an easy part of my meal plan to consume every day without getting sick of it. So that's a nice little trick for oats. And 3/4 of a cup of oats with some berries, a splash of non-dairy milk, and a little bit of protein powder is only a 330 calorie breakfast. I'm not talking an entire scoop of protein powder. That's probably not necessary if you're trying to stay in a calorie deficit. So just watch your portions. I'm taking about half a scoop of protein powder with that. Snacks, so healthy snacks are good to keep you satiated in between meals. You want to make sure that they are not too calorie dense. Because snacking, especially if it's mindlessly or, just out of boredom and not really realizing, it's easy for those calories to add up without us even realizing it. So sticking with fruits and veggies for snacks are usually a good thing because they're the most nutrient dense foods, meaning that they have tons of nutrition, but for pretty low amount of calories in comparison. So I have apple slices with hummus. I slice my apples up in advance because they keep really well in the fridge. They don't go brown. I top them with cinnamon. That's a little trick there. And then I have a nice little dessert hummus I use with that. Rice cake sandwiches. It sounds a little adolescent, but they're so good. A little bit of natural peanut butter on there with a low sugar jam and 2 rice cakes together is super satisfying. Bananas on there. It's my personal favorite fruit on the whole planet, so I'll be eating that every single day. So a couple of different options for snacks. Lunch, rice bowls. They're easy, they're quick, they're balanced, they're nutritious, and they taste great. They definitely are hitting all the checks there in terms of what makes up a great meal. So you have your half a cup of complex carb, in this case rice. You have about 4 ounces of protein or chicken, or you have a plant-based protein source as well. So that's about a half cup. And then you load it with veggies. So I have a meat option and then a plant-based option to rotate through. I switch up my meat sometimes. I switch up my veggies. So it's a little bit versatile. Sauces are always low calorie, so a dollop of 0% fat Greek yogurt, mustard, hot sauce, those are all my go-tos for sure. Okay, so a couple of other snack options that I will be consuming and rotating through. So Greek yogurt is a great source of protein that doesn't come from technically comes from an animal, but it's not a meat. A little bit of granola. Now granola is very high in calories, so I have a 1/4 cup on my plan here, which is 100 calories for just a little bit. So you got to watch your portions there. A little bit of berries with that, you make a nice little parfait. Second option, so I call this my snack pack. It's a little bit of everything. I have a few crackers on there because that's my weakness, but they are portioned out. And I have it with fruits, I have it with veggies, a light Baby Bell cheese because those are only 45 calories. So for a cheese, it's pretty low. And then maybe, a turkey or a chicken roll up or 2. So I have a nice little variety pack of everything. So it does hit the spot for a snack. Dinner. Okay, so I have a cold and a hot option. So my leafy green salad. This is where I'm cutting the carbs a little bit. I will try to go carb heavy in the morning to fuel me because that's what carbs are. They're our primary energy source. And I'll taper off the carbs later on in the day. So leafy green salad with a protein source. I have some goat or feta cheese, and you may not be able to see it super clear, but I've calculated and broken down every single calorie on here as well. So it paints a really clear picture of what I'm going to need to follow and what I'll need to be consuming. We want to account for dressings, sauces, dips, drinks, everything, because if you miss stuff, your representation of what you're consuming is going to be very skewed. So you need to be very diligent with that. Back to my salads. So I have a healthy topper. So something like nuts or seeds with my calorie range in there, and then a dressing. So it's a nice hearty salad, something that's not too boring, has protein in it, and is also low carbs. My second option would be basically a very simplified dinner. I can keep this looking like. So I have 4 ounces of protein, a complex carb, a cup of veggies at least, and then a healthy fat. Again, with those calories being broken down. So this can be a lot of things. It could be salmon, asparagus, and quinoa. It could be a soup. It could be a stew. It could be an Instant Pot meal. As long as you're hitting your, a good healthy breakdown and a good balance of your macronutrients, and you get a lot of micronutrients from those veggies, and the portions are intact. That's key. So my dinner here, so on both sides, my dinner does not exceed 390 calories. So when you add it all up, my calorie range for a slight deficit for me is about 1450 calories, maybe 1475 calories per day. And that's in a bit of a deficit for me. So my anticipation of getting even leaner for my photo shoot coming up, I should be on track for that. So this is a look at a snapshot at what I'm going to follow, some of the food choices that I consume. And as you can see how diligent I am with knowing the breakdown of calories in, calories out, because if we're not paying attention to our portions, if we don't understand, the different, calories based on what food we're consuming, it's very, very easy to overeat, even if it's healthy food. So we have to make sure we are consuming a good amount of carbs, proteins, and fats, that our calories align with our goals. And if you're not sure about any of that stuff and you want more information, this is what I do. I've helped dozens and dozens of clients lose lots of weight, get stronger, achieve their goals. And, we've had a high amount of success from really putting a lot of emphasis on the nutrition and ensuring that what they're following is custom to their lifestyle and their goals. So it works really well. So winnipeghealthcoaching.com. If you want some more information, hopefully you got a little bit out of, the breakdown, what I'm personally consuming, what that looks like, and what keeps me super fit and super healthy year round, and some of the things that I implement just to tighten up and progress that much more, when the time is right. So hope you enjoyed. And again, winnipeghealthcoaching.com. Please check out the website if you want some more info. Follow us on social media at Winnipeg Health Coaching. You can find us, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.